Well, Arsenal have always been consistently one of the biggest clubs in the Premier League, but it's only in the last couple of years, really, where Mikel Arteta, he's got the band back together in some way, shape or form, and somehow they're actually continuous title contenders. So much so that this year you feel they're going to be favourites to go on and win the league. So I thought, you know what, ahead of Pompey's big FA Cup third round tie at home to Arsenal in a couple of weeks, why don't I go wander around the Emirates and see how much history this club really has, and if they can win the title this year. Follow along, come along, see how it goes. Well, this is an exit to a tube station and then some, Holloway Road tube station. Definitely World War II bunker, just sort of rebuilt. Look at this.
This is a security announcement.
Don't need that.
Customers are requested to keep their possessions with them.
Now this is a walk that many Arsenal fans will obviously have to make on a match day. You've got that match day pub, which I imagine gets really busy naturally when Arsenal playing at home, as they are tomorrow night actually, in fact, against Wolves. A couple of buildings over here, and literally to the ground pyramid view in a second, but you almost can. Look at that. Well, they say they're the pioneers of playing under floodlights. I want to say the first team that played a floodlight game were actually their FA Cup third round opponents, are Portsmouth. Or will it be Martin Odegaard left in that in May? I mean, I think it will be. I think it will be, honestly. They redid this background of the stadium there a couple of years ago, didn't they? And it looks really, really good. I mean, effort that would have gone into doing that artwork is just insane. Now, if my knowledge is to be correct, this means translate to victory through harmony, I want to say. Some sort of memorial wall. Very nice. With that in the background. Well, doesn't this look familiar? Some little place. Really, really nice. I don't know who that's meant to be, but he looks more like Leighton Baines than any other Arsenal player. My little mate that's alongside me over TT, you know. He thinks Arsenal can win the league this year as well. It's unbelievable. He's over there as well. Now, I think we're in an age where, certainly given how much has been made about the World Cup ticket prices, a lot of people feeling fans are priced out of football, certainly elite football. Well, Arsenal got this right. I mean, look at this. All the different supporters clubs. I mean, you probably identify your country and we'll have a registered supporters club with Arsenal. It's absolutely fantastic, and on the outside of the Emirates as well. Now that my friends is a proper badge. Wait, it's put on there. This took ages. Now this man signing up for looking very, very smug with himself, deserves to be, you know. He is Herbert Chapman, Arsenal manager 1925 to 1934. I remember it very, very well. I think he was the first man to win Arsenal a league title, and it's good to see Arsenal really, really remembering their very olden day roots. Over 100 years ago, he took over now. Sensational. Meant to have many line bikes just zoom past here as well. I actually just can't get over how good this artwork is on the side of the stadium. Jack Wilshere sitting on the left-hand side, surely destined to be Arsenal manager one day. Both men's and women's legends sort of showcased over here. The Emirates is like an iconic stadium sponsorship as well. Like, what would this be called if it weren't the Emirates? One thing you get a sense of walking around here, and I will do even more, but going back to Highbury in a second, is that this club was way more than a big club just before Wenger took over, if you know what I mean. Like, they were a big club, have been throughout their entire history, essentially. Well, the home of football is perhaps a bit of a stretch, but the atmosphere here, you cannot deny it. It's improved amazingly. Like, before lockdown, before Arteta came in, it was pretty diabolical, let's be honest, but since then, you know, the Ashburton Army have turned up, and yeah, the atmosphere is getting better and better and better. Even that, which I believe is a play on the old way Highbury used to be designed. So good. I'm in love with some artwork here, lads. It's unbelievable. Pause the video and read this story. As long as the statue doesn't rock it. I mean, this is an insane story. And here we are now walking over said Ken Fry Bridge, where you saw a lot of the current Arsenal men's and women's players on like posters. And the outside of the stadium here, we've got iconic Arsenal legends Thierry Henry. I'm not too sure who that is. Bit before my time, given the picture, I'm not gonna lie. But I mean, come on, look at this. This is proper, isn't it? Well, this didn't actually used to be Highbury, but this is Highbury Store. They've obviously tried to make it a bit like that. Literally just on the other side of that said bridge, and this is pretty special, isn't it? Like I say, it taps into the heritage of the club. It's not just like one of those Solar spoils that you see from inside. Actually, you know, outside the ground, there's so much history you can tell around Arsenal. That looks like the UEFA Conference League trophy as well. I wonder what football club's the closest to this station. That's Stadium Square. Look at that. Remember when I did my video at Brentford a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, you know what, they really should have kept bits of Griffin Park. That is exactly what Arsenal have done to Highbury in terms of keeping it. You'd think this, if you didn't know anything about football, you'd think this was actually still a stadium, because some of the sides have actually, they've kept the sides of the stands as well, so it looks like when you're walking from the side that you're actually, you know, walking towards a fully functioning football stadium, despite the fact there's a housing estate, and I'm about to get smashed by a tree branch if I don't look. Look at the amount of fans that are played here. Right, this was what I was mentioning about earlier. Look at this. The side of that stand literally looks like the side of a standstill. A couple of birds on the roof. But as you can see there, it's literally a housing estate, obviously. I've had so many memorable Arsenal moments in this postcode. So it looks like these are all now flats, which is pretty insane. I'm not going to video inside anyone's flats because that's just like a major breach of privacy. But I mean, look at that. You reckon I can go in? I mean, it's I don't think I'd get in. It's actually, what's this? Building for Life. The national standard for well-designed homes and neighbourhoods. And a decent little football ground in its time as well. And here we are. This isn't a case of a club rerouting the entire Glass Bridge. I know happens in American sports a lot, not too much. Obviously here in the UK, and I've walked, I don't know, about 5 minutes from Highbury, and then back I am here on the Ken Fryer OBE bridge, back here to see the Emirates again. You know, our club's big when it's got its own museum. I mean, I'm not going to bore you all with going completely through it, but yeah, unreal. This one is much more simple, but gets the job done in terms of like decoration on the outside of the ground. How long do you reckon that must have took to be put up, honestly? Making use of the Zahi sponsorship as well. And them guys were clearly inspired by the Ken Fryer story, playing football right outside the Emirates. And to get his sponsorship, this, by the way, this may be the best tifo of the lot, whatever you call it. One off the fans. And I'm a huge fan in the middle of all of that. Fans. Got this big green dinosaur over here, Dinosaurus. Always appearing out of nowhere. I think it's like the massive god it was doing it. Do they have Dinosaurus there anymore? Talk about a brilliantly placed advert. Right, that is going to be the end of this video. It's been quite something, hasn't it? If you like what you see, I'm going to try and make these bi-weekly, if that's the thing. Basically every couple of weeks, go to a new football ground on and on match day and have a little wander around the area and look around. So if you like this sort of content, please subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys in the next video.